Remember, there is no terminal called end in your life.
Remember, there was no terminal called N in your life, son.
Wait, can you do that one as poo too? I feel like that would be such a good poo quote.
Right? Very philosophical.
Remember, there is no terminal called N, I think, in the 100-acre wood.
I love it so much.
Hey, everybody, Jim Cummings here, and if Tigger were here, he'd say, thanks, everybody, for bouncing on in here and enjoying the show. But before we go, I want you to do me a small favor. Hit like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. Now, speaking of enjoying the show, enjoy the show.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. I am producer Chris, joined as always by the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, Chris. It's another day in paradise.
Another day indeed. And today we have a very special guest for you, none other than Jordan Reynolds. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, what's up?
Really appreciate it.
Very honored to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
What a great job. I hit the mic in the beginning.
And I kicked the cameras at the same time. So
You kicked the camera. I slapped the mic. It's off to a good start. All right.
Okay. Well, I'll fall out of my chair in your honor.
Somersault,
any moment.
please.
Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure, dude.
Didn't have a super big trip to get here, right?
No, I'm close enough. And I used to live actually in this part of town, so I didn't get entirely lost until they're like, turn down an alleyway. I'm like, is this where you get the drugs?
Yeah.
Those Burbank drugs go hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you made it. Thank you for doing so.
I made it. No, I wouldn't miss this day for the world. So.
Well, good. Ditto.
Yeah. So, where shall we start?
Well, I want to start first of all.
In the beginning.
I have to start with Marvel Rivals because I've been obsessed for like the past year.
You been playing it?
I sure have.
What do you main?
I guarantee you've been playing it.
Take a guess. What kind of main do I look like?
Tank. You're a football player. Right?
Oh, you've done your research, huh? All right. Look at that. I feel under the spotlight now.
There you go.
It took me a while because I typed in Chris
nice.
Judge and it just brings up this other guy who I'm like, he kind of looks like who I see on Jim's podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Chris Jr.
Yeah, you found me out. I'm blushing.
I know, there you go.
My very first main was Mantis.
Wow.
Played by the wonderful Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who we actually had on the podcast as well.
No way. I just met her at the El Capitan. There was a big Marvel Rivals Hollywood Boulevard event. It was crazy last week. And I met her for the first time.
You guys have such a talented cast.
It's an epic cast.
It's crazy. I mean, who else did we have who plays Iron Man? Why am I drawing?
Josh Keaton.
Josh Keaton.
Right.
He was great. He was on the podcast as well.
Josh.
As well as I'm drawing blanks on all the names right now.
That's because I put it back on you.
Played the Hulk. I know.
But my guess would have not been Mantis.
Fred Tatasciore. We had him on the podcast as well. And of course, you play Adam Warlock brilliantly.
It is I.
One of
the Adam Warlock.
I'm telling you, your performance, your voice performance, it gives me chills every time I hear the "Born Again." It's so epic and so great. I just want to commend you on your performance.
Oh, thanks, man.
The voice acting in that game is incredible.
It's really, you never know where anything's going to go, right? Like even with, if you do like an animated show or a game and you're like, oh, I'm done recording.
Yeah.
Let's see
and you have to do like 500. Well, in case they turn left, you have to do these 400 lines.
Yes.
But if they go straight, then you have these 200 lines.
Yep. That's
and
games.
If the rock falls and hits you on the left side of your head, wow.
Yeah. What can you do a pained effort out of the left side of your groin?
Yes.
What is that? Yeah. Right side.
Yeah. Wow.
Game efforts. It's a thing. It's a thing.
I could hear the shifting of the gonads. That was really good.
It's my dad taught me well.
You've done that before.
Yeah, just a few times.
That's good.
Did you guys get to record together at all?
Never, ever in gaming, except if you do like the work your dad does, right? Like if you're on a performance capture stage and you put on the gear and all that, then you have to do this hard thing called memorizing lines, which is not what I got into voiceover for. But
that's right.
That's where some of these games head, is for the on-camera territory skill set. But no, that's the only time you're ever going to be with a castmate in video games. And it's, I wish I've never got to experience a cast recording.
Really?
You know?
Really?
Interesting.
My wife, Mara Juno, she's a voice actor. She's Storm in the game.
Okay.
Amongst many other epic gaming characters. But she, I think, worked, I'm going to feel like an ass if you weren't on the show, but I think maybe were you on Curious George ever?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think she did a cast record maybe before COVID, back before COVID times. There was a cast record and Frank Welker was there.
Oh, yeah.
And you were there. And
Jeff
a few others.
Bennett.
Jeff may have been there, and she was just freaking out inside.
Oh,
she was
good.
just like, because you were so horrible to her.
That's true.
I'm just kidding.
That sounds about right. Oh, her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really nervy, pushy.
Yes.
God,
just asked for like 10 autographs for free.
We gave her hell.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No.
But that's the only time she's done like cast records other than performance capture. So I done a lot of improv. I come from Denver, is where I built my career in voice acting, where there's no character work there. It's all commercials and stuff. I use this thing called the internet to build a career, and I wanted to get better at voice acting but with maybe aspirations to one day do some character like stuff that I didn't get a whole lot of access to living in Denver. And so I did a lot of improv. So I'm used to having that like feeding off of the other person.
Well, that's great.
Reacting, as you say, acting is reacting.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in gaming at all. So
no, you don't.
It's, in my opinion, that makes it more difficult because it's silence.
Yeah, I agree. We've talked about it before. You're flying solo. You're using your imagination anyway, even if you got a room full of people with you. But boy, when you're just there, and then it's the tedious stuff like, okay, now you're falling. Well, it's only 10 feet. Okay, now this time you're falling about 35 and a half feet.
Yeah, the half matters.
Okay, and and then now you're falling from the third moon of Jupiter. Okay, that's a long fall.
That moon's the rough one.
So you save those for the end of the session.
Yeah. Most of the time they do. I actually, have you ever had to call a session because you're like anything, whether it's animation, gaming, your throat is so shredded and they can't quite hear that, or they're like, you gotta call it before you do some permanent damage.
Not because of damage, but I can remember, and it. Luckily, it happened very, very early in my career, and I might have said this before, but I had a cold, and I used to work in a steel mill. I used to work on river boats, and so I have a very blue collar work ethic toward a no collar career. It's just just the way it is. Yeah, and I was sick, and I kind of sounded like I had a cold, but I thought to myself, well, no, I don't really, but yeah, I did, and like I said, I just had this attitude. Nope, got to get up, got to shut up, go to work, and I gargled with salt water, went in, and it was the third time I was ever Winnie the Pooh. Now, and at this point, it's like 1,000 times or more.
Yeah.
But then it was brand new, uncharted territory, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, God, I can't let them down. I can't, blah blah blah. I'll just soldier through. And so I got a bunch of Ricola cough drops, put them in a bottle of water, and shook it up until it looked like swamp water, and drank it and sipped it and kind of gargled my way through it. And then a year or so later, when it came on, I could hear the cold, and it was, and I think I was Tigger in that show too. So it was weird. Here's Owl, here's Rabbit, here's Roo, all the Christopher Robin, and then Pooh and Tigger both had a cold.
Could anyone hear it? Like, could you hear it when you heard it after?
I could.
Yeah,
I could, and of course, I'm sure I was exaggerating in my head, but that's all I could hear. It's like everybody's going to sit there and go, wow, he should have stayed home. Wow, he really just doesn't respect us at all.
I mean, those were different times, pre-COVID and all that, right?
Pre. Yeah, this is the 80s.
Yeah. But
85.
Where I feel like you just see, like, we were just watching, I think it was Adventures in Babysitting. We, during how crazy the world is right now, we all want to escape. And it's one of my wife's favorite movies, and so we put it on.
It's a cute movie.
It's just a great, wholesome movie.
Yeah, it is.
But there was a scene where I think some girl, I think it was this movie, but some 80s movie where someone comes over to help babysit a really sick toddler for, they're like 6 or something. I think the adorable girl who has the Thor helmet, I think she has a cold or something. And no one cares. They're just like around. They're like, oh, here you go. You want to hang it? Like, they're just around them. Whereas nowadays, especially as a voice actor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, but no, that's good because you powered through, which I've done with many sessions, but I've only had to call one. I was terrified because it was my first, I won't say it, but it's one of my first games, like a big game. The role was incredibly unimportant. It was just like, watch out, grenade, watch out. And
I love that guy.
Yeah, is he great?
Yeah.
I know, I signed so many autographs for him.
Yeah.
Grenade,
could you write watch out?
Well, I'm not kidding you. The script was, they apologized. They were really professional, but I just think they were a bit newer to the voice acting, directing side of things. They're used to on-camera stuff. So I think they weren't as familiar with how much you can't push this instrument.
Yeah.
And so we were 45 minutes in, and I had been screaming. What I just did there was a 6 out of 10. I was doing 10 out of 10, you know. If I swing this out, it was, watch out, grenade! Right? So do that for 45
I'm
minutes.
watching out.
Yeah. So hopefully you don't get the cops called. It's a podcast studio. But I did, but they kept varying it. So it'd be like, watch out, grenade. And I'm not crapping you. It was, the next line would be grenade, comma, watch out. And I was just like, is this the final script, or you guys were just, and they were actually like, wait, isn't it supposed to be blah, blah, blah? So I was really feeling it, but I was newer in my career. I just moved to LA. I was like maybe here for a year. It was like 2018, 2019. I was absolutely terrified to even bring it up because, again, like you said, I come from a very hardworking, like my dad instilled hard work into me. Like, you get the job done.
Yeah.
And I privately just talked to the director. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a diva. I'm like, if I keep going at this rate, I'm afraid I could possibly do permanent damage. But not more importantly, but and also I won't be able to work the rest of this week. And I've got like 4 auditions to record when I get home.
Yeah, right.
I have a commercial tomorrow, so. They were so polite, and they called it off, and then they got the script more organized when I came back a week later, and they didn't push me as hard, So, but to anyone trying to get in the business, right? Like, you don't need to be like, no, I need to break every 5 minutes. You can't get away with that.
Ooh, no,
but you can ask questions. You can, and all of us actor creative types are really eager and eager to please, especially in the beginning.
Oh,
So I encourage people to ask a question if you don't know what the hell's going on in the scene. And especially if there's mechanical things going on where you feel like they're pushing you and you need a break, ask if you can have a break. Or if it's got as bad as I got, you have to call the session. And most people will respect that.
Yeah.
It's just a fascinating part that, I know you mentioned it often on the podcast. It's the unsexy part of games.
Yeah,
it's the throat ripping, shredding stuff.
The unsexy part, because everything else is pretty darn sexy.
It is. We every time we go to our session, Jim and I, we put on our thongs and our coconut tops.
It's coming back to me now. Yeah, I remember that.
Back to me.
Oh man, who'd have thunk it that like years ago that you would be the king of this whole groove here?
The king of what?
Well, video game. I mean, they weren't even there. Games like that.
Sure.
I remember like Pong.
Yes.
When I was Etch-a-Sketch was knocked me out. Now we've got whole universes. I mean, you've got that. It's like you're in. Who are you? You're an Avenger, aren't you?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're an Avenger? And what game?
Well, he's talking about Ryan.
When you play as an Avenger. Yeah.
Yeah, as an Avenger. Yeah. So
actually, I think it was Frank Welker that does the beeps and boops in Pong. It was probably him.
Oh, probably.
I mean, what doesn't he done?
Yeah, we've talked about him a lot. Yeah, one of my favorites was Spock's scream in Wrath of Khan. No, Kirk's scream in Wrath of Khan.
I haven't. I've seen clips. I think I've seen it. It's like a meme. Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Okay. William. Has William been on here?
Not yet.
Oh, man.
Saw him the other day, though.
Yeah, sure
Saw him
did.
at the Saturn Awards the other day.
I feel like that's crazy. Everything on my social media feed this week has been like Saturn Awards. So
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll see him on there next.
Yeah, it was it was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you scroll right to the end, you might see me.
Yeah?
Right,
Jim was
I
up there
a presenter.
presenting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, presenter.
Who'd you, what award did you present, if you remember?
Special effects.
Oh, sweet.
And guess who won?
ILM. I don't don't know what person. You?
It's a movie. It's a movie. No.
Oh.
Yeah, I won Best Special Effects at the Saturn Awards.
I thought you've worked like in effects from what I heard in some of the podcasts.
They really like what I do with the hitting record on these cameras.
Yeah.
On this show, you know, I mean, you said you've worked on films and stuff.
It's got the
I put
recording
the old
effect.
logo up on the TV. They're like, that's a Saturn Award right there.
clicked on something. I gained an award.
No, it was Avatar Fire and Ash for Best
Oh.
Special Effects. Yeah.
haven't seen
James
it yet.
Cameron won I think 6 awards that night. It was
Yeah.
insane.
I mean, you dump that much money into a movie and take 20 years to make it. You'd hope you're going to get some damn
But it's
awards.
interesting too, like back to kind of like video games. I mean, he talked about, the method of filming Avatar is kind of similar to the motion capture that a lot of video games use these days. They don't even use like a physical camera. It's like it's like a little iPad looking thing, and it like triangulates where a camera would be so they can move it all around in a virtual space, like The Void, like how they do that motion capture. Have you done any motion capture? You seem very familiar with it.
I'm familiar just because I have so many friends and people who've done it.
Gotcha.
I've done a few classes, but the most I've done is facial capture. So they literally put a whole helmet on, and there's like a camera on a pole, and there's lights in your face. So I did it for Batman Arkham, the one that came out on
Arkham Asylum.
the VR quit. No, not that. That's what it's called, but it's like there's all these Arkham. There's like 5 different Arkham games. I think it feels like, but it's the latest one that came out on the Meta VR headset.
Oh, cool.
Last year or 2 years ago. So Mara actually plays essentially the lady who helps raise Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Harvey Dent as kids in a way. And then I play like I play this guy named Bird. He's just like, and there's this cam, and I could barely see the script because there's lights in my face. So I'm like, can you turn up the brightness on the TV because there's so many bright lights in my face to capture, my facial and lips performance, and then they put that onto the character.
Yeah.
You had to do that for Hondo Onaka.
Hondo, yeah.
Did you do a full suit or just face?
It was just face.
Just my face.
It's better just to have face.
It was for the what was that?
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws. That was Outlaws. I'm pretty sure.
the video. Outlaws.
Yeah.
Video game or whatever it was.
Yeah,
some kind of. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, the stuff that goes on now is like.
Do you feel like that because you have? That's a fairly new thing. Do you feel like that interrupts your performance, or is that a challenge to act around, or is it just something that you have to deal with?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
It's not. I'd rather, first of all, I'd rather not have that fakakta thing on my head. That's for sure. But I mean, you look at. I got nothing to complain about. Like, look at your dad. All the stuff he had to go through for.
For God of War.
God of War. I was like, Craig, you actually at war.
At war with all the equipment all over your body. And
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a totally different form.
Yeah. I just want to sit in a room with a microphone. Thank you.
It's
That's
that's
a little easier, right?
No memorization, just go in.
Right.
But that's actually one thing. How do you feel, Jim, from doing? You're one of the kings of animation, and having done a lot of games though too. And in at least in my experience with games, you rarely get the script beforehand. it's all cold reading. We go in, cold read. In animation, you tend to get the script at least a day before, right? Or a few days.
Not really.
Or is it usually pretty cold?
No, just a lot of times. I mean, mostly it's the first time I read it, I'm on a microphone. Yeah.
Is that by choice?
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can always do take 2.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But you can never do take 1 the way you might have done it had you read it like the day before.
True.
There's nothing wrong with being familiar with the character, but line by line, I just prefer, to go off instincts.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I've just always done it, and that's harder and harder to do now because it's all on an iPad or something. They used to. It's funny because a friend of mine, Dave Wright, who's like head of everything now over at Disney, he used to be the guy 25 years ago, 30 years ago. He would be the guy who would drive out, and I always lived out in like Ventura County or Westlake Village somewhere, Santa Rosa Valley. And he'd come. I remember once it was, and if he's ever on the podcast, and you will be, Dave. So there. It was the 4th of July, and my doorbell rings, and I wouldn't have even heard it because we're all out in the back. but I just so happened to be in there, and I go, "What the hell are you doing here?" He goes, "I'm bringing you your script," and I go, "I'm not going to read it."
Oh no.
He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "I'm not going to read it, but you brought it, so come on in and have a chicken wing." You know.
That's wild. Just
Yeah,
the hand delivering the script.
Yeah.
You know, times have changed.
Oh yeah, that's
That reminds me of
exactly
this
right.
one scene in what was that movie? Where Entourage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Jeremy Piven's character, I forget what the character's
Couldn't tell
name
you,
was.
yeah.
Anyway, they go to a comedy show and he accidentally switches briefcases with this guy and has a script that he has to read by the next day. And he like tracks it down and ends up in Oxnard. And he's like, Oxnard? Where the fuck is Oxnard?
That's what I say every time I hear that. I actually, it's the first time I've ever been there. I just drove there last weekend to pick up, ripped up all the carpet
script?
in my studio. No, I drove to Oxnard to pick up a script. Yeah, they make us work. In this,
Yeah, you really got to earn
days.
these.
Yeah,
syllables.
You know, they're like, "Oh, gas is going up. We'll go pick up your script. We don't care. This is Hollywood, baby." No, I went to go pick up flooring because I'm putting new flooring in my studio. I have like an old carpet, and it was cozy and squishy, but it was disgusting to look at.
Oh.
So, but yeah, I'm like, I've heard Oxnard, what? And I drove over there, and so it's kind of funny you bring up Oxnard. It's
pretty far.
I'm now familiar. It's
Pretty far out
Yeah,
there.
it's out there. Yeah.
It's where the wood was in stock. So you know.
What made you want to get into voiceover?
Man,
And when did you know?
Man, it was kind of like a slow trickle for me where, you know, being raised in Colorado, I'm not exposed to anything entertainment business wise at all other than just watching TV. And we didn't even have, you know, we were low income and on a good year, you know, middle class, lots of kids. And my dad had his own carpet cleaning business. And my mom was essentially the full-time assistant doing all the calls and, you know, so it was hard work. And for my parents they worked their butt off. So, we couldn't
too.
afford, what's that?
Mine too.
Yeah.
We used to dream of being lower class. If only we were just poverty stricken.
People would love on us more. But what the point I was making with that is we didn't have cable TV. So while all my friends, you know, in the 90s and stuff were having cable, I would go next door to watch Nickelodeon and all the shows that weren't on just the 4 channels we got with our like TV.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see a lot unless if I went somewhere else.
Did you have the aluminum foil on the rabbit ears?
No actual foil, but I definitely messed with the
Because we had that, and I thought I was brilliant at it. Okay, now nobody move, and we'll see because I'm watching Captain Kangaroo here. So yeah,
it's kind of like it sounded kind of like the dad in Christmas Story, like you know, goes black. Nobody move. A fuse is out. You know,
yes, that's right.
The purpose of the dad wanting to fix everything. I love that character. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
on the
I do
voiceover
too.
thing, I just consumed a lot. The shows that I watched the most were like Animaniacs with my mom. It was like Frasier and Animaniacs, 2 completely different shows, but that's what my mom and I bonded over. Mr. Bean, add that to the list because PBS. It was free.
Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson, right?
Rowan Atkinson, the parrot, and he's not a damn parrot. What is he in The Lion King?
He was a macaw,
Yes, that, sure.
Zazu.
Yeah, Zazu, but I don't know what kind
toucan?
of bird he was.
Toucan.
Toucan,
was
no.
Wasn't he a toucan?
No,
It wasn't as
you're thinking of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, Zazu and the Fruit Loops guy are like the same bird.
No, I think...
No, well, Zazu's blue. Zazu's call. Come on, this is live. Call us right now and tell us
What kind of bird
Clear
is
this up.
Zazu?
Which is that?
I need
is that
to know because I thought he was a toucan this whole time.
He's like more plain colored.
gosh.
Right? Whereas toucans
Yeah.
got more colors.
Yeah, toucans have.
I don't know. This is the most extensive bird knowledge I know.
Please don't edit this out because it's everyone's getting
it's vital.
Up. Yeah.
Everybody's sitting at home going, "He's a macaw. He's or what? A vulture. I don't know what he is."
Throwing tomatoes at the...
He's not a flamingo, that's for sure.
No, he's not a flamingo.
Or an eagle. I know those ones.
No.
He's not a flaming O. That's okay. Oh God, quick.
You know what? My sister would know. She's actually really into birds, so I might have to phone a friend. For you are the weakest link. But anyways, on the cartoon stuff, I watched a lot of stuff on repeat because we would record Simpsons episodes and Animaniacs episodes, and then we
on
did
the old VHS.
Yes,
there you go.
VHS. I'm old enough.
Remember those?
I feel like on streaming services, by the way, it used to be able to, like, if you have an Apple TV, you could just kind of swipe through like quickly, like digitally. And I feel like, do you feel like these apps now, it's like
they're very clunky.
It's all slow now, like a VCR. Like you tap on it and you just see it going like 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10. I'm like, what? I don't want to go back to the VCR days.
Yeah.
Anyways, ADD. But watched a lot of the stuff and heard you on Darkwing Duck. I didn't get to see much of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why. Just for some reason in my household, I know. So
you're the one.
Should I leave?
You're the one who never watched.
But I didn't have like a lot of Winnie the Pooh exposure for whatever reason. But anyways, point being is just the cartoon stuff I loved, but I never was like, like you said, you're 5. You're like, you knew,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
when did the bug, whatever it is,
it was really just kind of playing around with voices. I had older sisters, and I would just impersonate various Simpsons characters sloppily, and I just liked making them laugh. Who doesn't like making someone laugh? It's very because it's disarming. It's like the most vulnerable point you could be, I feel, is laughing, in my opinion.
I agree.
And when I was the second youngest of 6. So I kind of like, it wasn't lost in the shuffle, but like it was.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
you got to learn how to tap dance. Come on, my baby. Come on, honey.
I'm not done now.
Keep them from killing you because you're the youngest.
I was really lucky though, actually. Yeah. I didn't get the whole like, older sibling bully treatment. They were very kind to me. I don't know, maybe because I tap dance enough, but But I just got the bug of like, I like making them laugh. And I was in the Magic Flute opera in like 5th grade, whatever that means.
Okay.
I literally had one line as someone, I don't remember what. I'm like, something, come down to the whatever and watch. But my voice was,
I love that guy.
It's a great, role of the century.
Yes, yeah. It was a tree, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a tree with huge lips on it. The lips were mine. Yeah. And but I was in the rehearsals all the time, so I would hear all the songs and I can't hit it anymore, but when I was a choir boy age, the song like I'm hitting the notes pretty poorly, but it's a very hard song to sing. It's sung in the Amadeus film, if you remember that. My favorite film of all time.
Yes.
There's a part where she's kind of warming up singing it, and it's a hard ass song. I can sing it like, I'm not gonna say perfectly, but very well. Yeah, I remember that.
That's not bad.
I can't retain lyrics at all, so it was the perfect song for me.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And so I would sing it, and my sisters would laugh at me, and I first thought they were laughing like at me, like, "Oh, you sound so stupid or ridiculous."
Right.
And I'm like, "Stop laughing at me!" And they're like, "No, we're laughing because it's so like spot on. Like you sound like the late, as a kid with a kid voice." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So kind of that. I get a little taste of that little entertainment thing. But I was quite shy as a kid when my parents, they're like, "Oh yeah." Like, what's Jordan doing these days?
So many actors are shy as children.
Really? Were you?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah?
But at first.
Okay. Because you said you did a lot of like theater and stuff.
Yeah. Right? But nevertheless, I would be shy at first, and then you couldn't shut me up.
Oh,
so I went from one to the other. Down. Yeah.
You mean you eventually shifted to a loud mouth?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, that paid off at least.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
You have to learn how to at least do this. So.
Yeah. My joke is that I'm actually a failed mime. so Wait, we can hear you, Jim. We can hear you. You're not crook. You suck.
That's wild. But yeah, I was actually shy enough or just not confident enough that I didn't do any acting things, anything in junior high school. The most I did performative wise was I was just in the advanced-ish choir. We were like an all-state choir in junior high, but I never did the solos. I didn't try out for the solos. Sorry, I take that back. In elementary school, I was the Tin Man. I totally forgot. I was the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. So, when a man's in a... See, I can't remember lyrics. The kettle from him on his metal, and now my number heart. Wizard of Oz fans are going to destroy me in the comments. I'm sorry. But, so that was... I like that, but clearly not enough to pursue it once you hit puberty, because when you hit puberty, everything is serious and you think everything's out to get you and you have no confidence. So I think I just kind of
And you get that zit on your nose.
Oh, and I had many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a bad acne problem. So, the typical teenage stuff. And so, I was, I didn't have that, like, I gotta perform and move to Hollywood. That wasn't me. But I did joke. I loved music. I liked singing in choir enough, like where it was interesting. It got a creative bug out of me. Couldn't read sheet music to save my life. So my choir teacher, she was so sweet. Mrs. Shipley, if you ever see this interview,
oh, she's a huge fan.
But seriously, she was so sweet and patient with me because she would do the tests where at the end of the semester, you have the written, like, what is this note and all, and I would fail all of that.
Right.
Like all my other classes, like algebra and everything, I did horrible in school, absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
But choir, I would try to at least get the B- or so.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
And so I would fail that written test, and then there was the ear test, which she'd play like Simon Says, like play 12 notes, and then I would play it, say, la 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 la, and so my ability to hit the notes and have a good ear was there, and she was kind enough to be like, he's at least talented.
Yeah. Right.
And anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this other than like, where did I get the whole voiceover thing, right?
Sure.
Those were just kind of the the plants.
Well, you put it all together,
hints.
yeah.
I would also impersonate teachers to the classroom.
Me too.
Yeah. Do you remember any of your teacher impressions?
Well, I remember thinking that, and I've said this before, I don't want to be redundant, but if you do a bad impression of somebody famous, nobody knows who it is. That's a new character.
Absolutely.
If you do a perfect impression of somebody like your teacher who nobody even heard of, that's a new character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you can put those, it's everything, you can use everything.
Absolutely. And people will never know unless you tell them.
And they'll never know.
You just did.
That's right.
But
I didn't even realize, like you just said, I didn't even realize that Winnie the Pooh and the Cheshire Cat were so close together until Jim told me. He was like,
Same.
it's kind of just like how do you describe it?
Winnie
the Pooh on acid.
Was Winnie the Pooh on acid, yeah.
I never realized how close those voices are.
And Kaa the snake from Jungle Book, the original Jungle Book, that was also Sterling Holloway. God rest his soul.
Oh, so good.
And he was evil Pooh. Trust in me. Just in me.
You're right. Oh my God.
Yeah. And he's
character so much.
hypnotizing Mowgli.
Yeah.
And then eating him.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the best scene in the movie. I think that's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Mine too. I really like it.
It's so funny. Like there's just so much you could take. You could watch it on mute. You could just listen to it. Yeah. But then it's just
And I got to play that role years later. Many years, like 20 years had gone by, and they decided on video they were going to make Jungle Book 2. And Kaa was in there, and so I got to be Kaa.
Did you audition for that?
Yeah, no, they just kind of hired me because
you're right though. It's so close to Pooh. It's like
it is. Sterling really didn't have back in the day. I mean, character actors like Baloo. That was just Phil Harris talking. How you doing there, little britches? Everything's a bit of a strain there.
Out of bed for each line.
Yeah. But a lot of those, like John Fiedler, the great, he was Piglet. That was him talking.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with him enough as a.
Oh, dear. That was his big line. And then, like I say, Sterling Holloway. He's the one.